Welcome to Liberate University. Liberate University is free educational content released for the benefit and enjoyment of all. Many thanks to our gracious family of world-class practitioners for sharing their work.
Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Liberate University. Today, I want to have a little conversation about COVID-19, the coronavirus. And I want to have it be about what it is that you're learning from it and how everything in our life gives us this ability to learn and evolve. There's a lesson in everything. And sometimes we find ourselves feeling powerless over the circumstances or saying, well, this is something that wasn't caused by me or it's this global thing. And so we separate ourselves from it and we don't realize that anything that's happening in your world and your reality is impacting you. And because it's impacting you and because you are facing it, there is a learning and a lesson for you in that, okay? And you say, okay, well, what am I learning from this? What is this teaching me? How is this here to serve me? And I know a lot of people are in a state of shock and fear over the whole coronavirus and everything that's going on. And I understand it very much so. It's a pandemic that's killing lots of people and shifting our whole economic structure. I get that. But on an individual level, what is it that you're learning from going through your individual experience as you relate to the shifts that are happening in your life? What is this teaching you about your values? What is this teaching you about areas or the shadow aspect of yourself that's coming up? What is this teaching you about honoring and loving and respecting you and treating yourself, your health, and your body with the utmost respect? What is this teaching you about relationships and how you've related to people or how you've had challenging or strained relationships in the past? What is this teaching you about what is really important in your life that you want to bring more into? What are the things that are happening that are shaking your world that as a result, because you're having your own individual experience with the collective that's also having an experience related to this virus that is going around. But it's time for you to take ownership of your individual experience and say, what is the lesson? Because there's a lesson in everything. And when you learn the lesson, you can allow yourself to overcome the experience. Okay? And the more that everybody can overcome the experiences and the lessons on an individual level and then the lessons on a societal level and the lessons on a global level, we'll see that we can make it through this pandemic in a faster way. Okay? So I challenge you to say, okay, what is it that going through this is teaching me? And instead of being resentful, angry, or in fear over everything, how can you empower yourself to look at yourself and your life and say, this is here to teach me something. It's here to serve me. And when you can get that, is this teaching you to let go of all of the resentment, anger, pain, and frustration of the past? Is this teaching you to not hold grudges or resentment towards people that you held grudges to? Is this teaching you of what you truly value and want in your life? Is this allowing and making you look at your health and how you could be healthier and take better care of yourself? Is this teaching you how to slow down and turn inside, right? There's so much that is going on and there's so many beautiful gifts in the experience of anything in life when you allow yourself to ask yourself, how is this serving me? What are the lessons for me within this? And when you stop judging and you allow yourself to open up to the possibilities of the teachings, to the possibilities of your evolution, you can make way for change and shift to happen, right? I mean, it's a lot of this is having people be present to the now. To slow down, to look at just being in the moment, right? And if we look at that and you allow yourself to see that in whatever else is coming up for you, But I guarantee each individual person that is listening to this, you've had your own dark night of the soul with this situation. You've had your own fears and shadows come up that are different than your lovers or your roommates or your best friends or your parents or your siblings. And in that, there's a story to be told that's uniquely your own. And I invite you to tap into that story and to actually jump into it and discover what those lessons are. To feel them and uncover the changes and the shifts that are there for you in your life. Because it's here and it's here to serve. And when you allow yourself to invite that energy in, you can have power over the situation and not feel fearful or powerless, but feel in a state of, yeah, I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm going to come out a better person as a result of everything that is being uncovered and discovered for me through this time. So when you start getting feelings, whether they're anger, irritation, whether you're getting sad and feeling, small, or that life isn't meaningful, or are you getting feelings of overwhelm and stress? I don't know what is going on in your life, but I know that this is really magnifying many different aspects of the shadow, that it's time to face it and to allow them to come into the light. And so instead of avoiding or shutting it down or distracting yourself or jumping into, a binge watching of a TV series, feel those emotions and ask yourself the questions. What is this really about? Is this an old wound from the past that needs to come out and be healed so that your past doesn't have to haunt you anymore into the present? Is this an element or something that you need to work on within your beliefs and within your life? Is this teaching you something about trusting yourself into feeling in control and power in your life again? There's so much. But the more that you feel into those emotions, the more that you allow yourself to explore it, you're going to be given beautiful gifts of evolution, of change and transformation that can last the rest of your life for joy, bliss, and so much more. Thank you for today. Tap into those feelings. Until next time.
Thank you for being a part of this class. We hope to see you at the next one.